Taxi drivers banned from taking cash. This was a shocker. So I learned this recently. Weirdly, when I jump into taxis in London, I would say probably half of them recognise me. I guess they listen to my podcast while they're driving around. You're the guy that rants about the government and the money system. Yeah, bro. And so I often get talking to the taxi drivers. And there was two shocking things I learned from them recently. So the banning bit I'll tell you about in a moment. But this is a shocker. Taxi drivers are charged 5% for every transaction, every digital transaction. 5%. Now, when you talk about how much transaction fees there are, you know, when you tap your phone or anything digitally, you know, that you do lazily without thinking what the fees are and what the consequences of that are. You just tap, tap, tap. Everyone says to me, oh no, it's only 2%. Oh, it's 3%. Now it's 5%. Taxi drivers are charged 5% for every transaction. Bearing in mind, many businesses struggle to make 10% net profit. That's half their profit in transaction fees. Bit of a shocker, really. And then the penny dropped about a cashless society. And the real reason for a cashless society. Eureka, hallelujah. Forget conspiracy theories, forget control, surveillance, all of this stopping you, leaving your house, moving through borders. Forget all of that. The penny dropped as to why they want a cashless society. I'll tell you that in a moment. But the second shocker, I was talking to this taxi driver. He's got a sign up which says, you know, I'd like you to pay in cash. And he says, whoever manages the taxis in London, you know, the regulatory body, whatever they're called, they ban taxi drivers for taking cash. They're not allowed to put these signs up which say we would rather you pay in cash. They have to take card payments. And if they put the sign up, they can be banned and have their license revoked for taking cash. You know, money. You know, real money. You know, before there was digital money, there was cash money. And taxi drivers are losing their license in London if they ask for cash payments. For me, that's a massive scandal. Huge scandal. Now, I know some people could say, oh, well, you know, security, or maybe the taxi drivers might pocket a bit and therefore not pay for the license. But at the end of the day, they'll just charge their license, whatever they want to charge. And it is a legitimate way to make and pay money, cash, you know, cash. And I can't see any good in that, any good whatsoever. Shocking. Where else are they going to ban businesses taking cash? I mean, the banks won't take any cash now. You know, I tried to put money into crypto recently. They'll let me put £1,000 a day in, but a maximum of £5,000 in 30 days. So they won't let me pay in crypto. And I'm talking NatWest, you know, massive banks here. They won't let you put any money into crypto. They won't let you take any cash in. They won't let you take any cash out. Like, they're supposed to be guardians of our money. It's supposed to be convenient. Banks are supposed to be convenient. Except you can't put cash in, you can't take cash out, and you can't put money into crypto now. What the fuck is going on? Anyway, so I would say about a year ago, the penny finally dropped for me. So I was doing some maths on this. There's 110 trillion-ish of cash floating in the global economy. The average note is exchanged 150 times. I did the maths. It's more than a quadrillion of cash exchange per year. And that's a quadrillion of money exchange that the bank can't charge anything on. The bank can't get their 5% of a quadrillion of cash flowing around the economy. Of course, there's the drug money. Of course, there's the tax evasion. They probably want to get rid of all of that as well. But 5% of a quadrillion will immediately pump into the bank's coffers when they remove cash from society. Now we find the real reason. Because, look, I think there's a lot of shenanigans going on in the world, a lot of things that are wrong. But sometimes conspiracy theories, they just send you down a rabbit hole. Follow the fucking money. When you follow the money, then you find the truth. And, you know, everyone I talk to now, they're either leaving the UK, they're done with the UK. I just interviewed Elon Musk's dad, Errol Musk, just interviewed him. He said the UK is fucked and ruined. He can't believe what it's become. I've got a guest on my podcast next week who's a multi-millionaire, 100 millionaire. He's selling everything and he's leaving the UK. Everyone's fucking leaving. James has said here the UK has gone to shit. And now Labour are in. And like 5 different taxes are probably going to go up. VAT on school fees. Now, I know the working and middle class don't really care, but they should. But they should definitely care about increasing capital gains tax. Oh, you know what? Sorry to be the purveyor of this kind of what feels like bad news after bad news after bad news. But like, I think the way that you become successful and wealthy is to find out how the world works, what's really going on, find out the ulterior motives and where the money flows to, and then play the banks at their own game.
Drum and a humdrum ways. Drum days and a humdrum ways. Drum days and a humdrum ways.
Hey kids, let me tell you how I met your mom. We were dancing and romancing at the senior prom. It was no infatuation, but a graduation. From a boy to a man, let me tell you while I can, the soda pop came free. Hey sis, one kiss and I was heaven bound. Now who would have guessed Milton's Paradise Lost could be found? But in the eyes of the dean, his daughter was doing what she shouldn't have oughta. But a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. The consequence should be church belfry swells, the dean, his daughter, and me. They were dating in the park, they were smooching in the dark of a doorway for two. She whispered, I love you. Ooh, you know I never felt this way before. Ooh, you know the elevator in my heart has gone AWOL, 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 AWOL. And then I kissed her, and when I kissed her, it's a wonderful world when you're holding and kissing. Now the paint is peeling, and when the chips are down,